We go. Lovely. Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Thursday night call, where we are going to be telling you all about our amazing products and our work from home business opportunity. And as if that's not enough, we have just had some incredibly exciting news about our bonus plan, and all bonuses for 2 particular positions being absolutely doubled up next month. So it's always an amazing time to join our business, but specifically now because you can earn double next month. So we are going to get started right away with our lovely Howard, who's going to be doing the product presentation for us this evening.
Yeah, good evening, everybody, and especially a warm welcome to everybody here this evening, especially our guests looking at this business perhaps for the very first time. Love the new glasses, Sara, by the way. You've really got the sort of Fraser Brooks look going on here, which is to be applauded. Anyway, so let's get right into this. It's my great pleasure to present our amazing product range. These were things that I came across a long time ago, but engaged with them more specifically around 7 years ago. So James, if you can just set up the slides or share your screen, then we'll get right into it. Can everybody see? Okay, here we go. Okay, so like I say, a warm welcome. Let's move on to the first slide and just have a look at what we're going to be looking at. So this is a snapshot of some of our core products. In the center of which, if you go back, just go back one, if that's okay. Thanks. So yeah, in the center of which are our capsules, the reds, the greens, and the purples, and they are our capsules. The real core products delivering 30 fruits and vegetables into our bloodstreams every single day. But why do we actually need these? There's obviously a reason, there's obviously a gap as to why we actually need these amazing supplements in the first place. So if we move on to the next screen, James, there's a very, very simple reason for this. And that is we are not eating enough fruit and vegetables. And the stats tell the story. As far as adults are concerned, nearly 88% do not eat enough vegetables, and nearly 60% do not eat enough fruits. And with our children, the story is far worse. 96% of children aged between 6 and 12 don't eat enough fruits and vegetables, and 70% of youngsters don't eat enough fruit. Those are terrifying statistics. And when we learn that, or we've heard, we all know about 5 a day. And I think most of us realize that 5 simply isn't enough, and that consistently we need to be eating probably nearer 10, depending on which study you read. In some parts of the world, it's as high as 15 different fruits and vegetables every day. We definitely need something to fill in the gaps. And that is where Juice Plus has been able to deliver such amazing results. So moving on to our next slide, what are we actually providing? Well, here we have 30 different types of fruits, vegetables, and berries in our premium capsules. That is the fruit, vegetable, and berry blend. Those 3 pots you saw a little bit earlier. And if you look at those, there's probably lots of things we know there, and probably lots of things that we like, and 1 or 2 things that we probably don't know, and 1 or 2 things that we don't like. Now, the fact of the matter is, Juice Plus not only delivers important fruits and vegetables, it's the things we need, not just the things we enjoy. That is absolutely critical for us to have a balanced diet, to get the right balance of nutrients into our systems every single day consistently. We need to have this balance. And a couple of things to highlight there. If you look at the fruit blend, the 4th listed there is the acerola cherry. And on the berry blend, you have the Concord grape. Now, these are particular varieties that I had never come across before. And the reason these are selected are that they are, with regard to cherries and with regard to grapes, they are 2 of the most nutrient dense varieties that are in existence. And the Juice Plus company has taken upon themselves to actually find these nutrient dense fruits, vegetables, and berries and actually prepare them for us. So that's what we're getting delivered to us every single day. Let's move on to the next slide. And what the company better quality of end products. And here we have Bill, our cranberry farmer. If I tell you that Juice Plus is actually the 2nd biggest producer or user of cranberries in the world. And you probably won't be surprised to hear that Ocean Spray is the largest. So these family growers typically are producing, like I said, better quality products. They are harvested at optimum ripeness to ensure that the maximum amount of nutrients are actually incorporated within the blends that we achieve. And the proprietary drying process that we have ensure that the integrity of the nutrients is maintained from the moment they're harvested to the moment they undergo minimal processing, up to a maximum of 6 hours after they're harvested, so that those nutrients are locked in and ready for actually to be used. And if we move on. Now, one of the things that really excited me when I first came across this and saw a meeting or presentation very similar to this was the Healthy Starts for Families program. Basically, what the idea behind it is that to give children the best start nutritionally in life, there's a program whereby children can receive Juice Plus virtually free. The only thing that it has to be paid for is the transport, is the shipping. And over 1.5 million families have benefited from that. It doesn't have to be your own children. It can be somebody else's. It can be somebody who you know. I don't have children myself, but I do sponsor a child to ensure that she receives a healthy start in life. And like I say, 1.5 million families have benefited from that. And that's an amazing thing to be a part of. And basically what it is that although it's a program, it is actually a scientific study in itself, and one of the largest and most comprehensive studies of children's nutrition ever undertaken. And if we look at some of the statistics on the next slide, and what happens after a year's results, sorry, in 2 slides time that'll be, the slide you saw before that are the pouches containing the gummies, which are for young children up to about the age of 8 or 9. They can receive a chewable version. I must make a confession here. I must be a big kid because I absolutely love those gummies. They are sensationally tasty, but they're not really designed for me. They're designed for young children. They are in effect healthy sweets. The powders that go into the capsules are impregnated within those gummies, making them tasty and appealing to youngsters. But most importantly, after a year of taking Juice Plus, what have we found with kids? 71% of children and teenagers consumed less fast food and soft drinks. So less of these sugary, highly caffeinated, highly chemicalized, disgusting drinks that are very heavily and very successfully and very well marketed. They are being reduced by 71%. 89% are more aware of their health, in other words, what's good and what's bad. 71% are drinking more water, and 61% are eating more fruits and vegetables. The more they basically crave what they're receiving fruits and vegetables in the form of supplementation, whole food supplementation, leads to them wanting more of the real thing. That's fantastic, and a really great endorsement of that Healthy Starts for Families program. Moving on again. Quite apart from that, another thing that really caught my attention was the studies. And this slide's a little out of date. With more than 30 studies, make that 40. There are now 41 peer-reviewed scientific and clinical reviews covered from really august universities and hospitals right across the world, showing that Juice Plus supports, maintains key areas of our health, including the immune system. Now, it may be an unfortunate coincidence, but about 18 months ago, not everybody probably knew what the immune system was. Now the whole planet does. And we have 4 of our studies show that it supports, maintains, and promotes a healthy immune system. Very, very important. But as well as that, you can see what else that is covered there. Helps protect our DNA, is amazing for skin health. We often hear about people having the Juice Plus glow. That is because the microcirculation within the skin is enhanced. But as well as that, there's also dental health, protects cells from oxidative stress and therefore free radical damage, which can lead to real health issues. And right at the end there, you have cardiovascular wellness. So these, as I say, are pillars of the human condition, and Juice Plus supports every single one of them. And we move on. Most recently, it was about 3 or 4 years ago that the company released our omega products. Now, many of you here will be familiar with omegas, particularly omega-3 and omega-6, which is found in fish oil, cod liver oil, krill oil, oily fish, and that's served a very effective purpose. But for those of you who've taken those products, fishy burps aren't particularly nice. We are able to avoid that by producing a plant-based alternative, and not just for omegas 3 and 6, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. You get a lot of bang for your buck. 5 omegas all included in one capsule, and all of them plant-based. We sidestep the fish, we go direct to the algae that the fish consume and cold press that to produce the omega 3 and omega 6. The process by which the capsules are sealed ensures the integrity of the oil. They are not, it isn't oxidized, and therefore they are very, very effective. And you can see the different oils that are actually obtained from pomegranate seed, buckthorn, raspberry seed, safflower, and tomato seed, as well as the algae I mentioned, to give you those 5 omegas that the body can't produce themselves, and is very, very important for our heart, our cardiovascular wellness, once again, for brain health, for our eyes, and obviously our skin and joints as well. So that is a very, very exciting addition to the range. I use them every day. I wouldn't be without them. If we go to the next slide. Now, when I came across Juice Plus about just over 7 years ago, I was intrigued because whilst I had been familiar with the capsules many years ago, I figured that new products had become available. I was doing a lot of cycling at the time, and the Complete was something that really excited me for pre and post exercise workout. But then I actually found that that's the chocolate and vanilla pouches you see on the right. But it's a much more versatile product than that. Because each serving has around about 220 calories, there's a real opportunity to use this as a meal replacement, either by enhancing it in the form of a smoothie, which are absolutely delicious, or to have it just simply on its own. I have one for breakfast every morning. And for those people who are looking at weight management, both up and down, they have used this product range incredibly effectively. Now, in addition to the vanilla and chocolate, we've got the soup there in the middle, which is particularly popular in winter. And then we've got a couple of bars as well, which are a healthy snack on the go. And we have a chocolate and berry flavored, a mixed berry flavored bar. And they have got that perfect blend of proteins, carbohydrates, healthy fats, vitamins and minerals in a very easy to take and very versatile form. So the Complete was something I really related to, and I've used regularly ever since. Moving on. And most recently of all, we have an energy drink. Now, again, I hinted earlier about highly caffeinated, highly sugared drinks. We all know them. They're heavily and very effectively marketed. What we've managed to find is to produce something that has the desired effect of boosting energy, but is entirely natural. And how does it do that? It uses essential B vitamins, which, as you can see, come from mango, from guava, and also from lemon peel. And that really helps with mental acuity and mental alertness. And this is something, again, I love to have every morning. I'm up very early in the day, and I'm on the road very early. And this is something I've found invaluable. That natural caffeine, caffeine is in there, but it's all natural caffeine from the yerba mate plant. And it's a nice zingy flavor as well. Also, other people I know sort of use this as quite a versatile product by adding 1 or 2 other bits and pieces as well. I haven't done that, but I'm sure there's the opportunity to do so. So a really, really exciting, practical product that you can use every day. So you've essentially got 3 different ranges of products there. You've got the maintenance of the capsules and the gummies for the kids on the left-hand side. So daily support for you and your family. Control in terms of having a nutritionally balanced meal in various different forms, and the versatility of that as well. I can't stress that enough. And in terms of performance, you've got natural energy for body and mind, covering really, really key areas of our life effectively, most importantly, naturally. And as I say, we've got the science behind it. We've got the programs that go alongside that really, really show that this is an outstanding range of products for us to use each and every day. And I think that's my slot done. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'll hand you back to Sara. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Howard. Absolutely love that. Amazing product presentation. So thank you very much. And I'm a huge fan of our products, and so is a lot of other people on this call. And we're going to hear from a few of those. Getting started with Cole.
Hi everyone, good evening. Yeah, so one second, I've got a fan on. It's just right in my ears, so there we go. I actually came across the Juice Plus products last March at the start of the first lockdown. And at the time, I was actually really, really unhealthy and just in my habits, in all honesty. It was all brought on by myself. I was a heavy drinker, heavy smoker. I was eating the wrong kind of food every single day and clearly wasn't getting the right kind of things into my body. And you can tell if I look back at pictures of myself 12 months ago. In fact, my wife has one of those electric photo frames that like sends pictures round, and there's one picture that pops up and I'm just like completely gray in the skin. I've got like dark eyes. You know, my hair is a lot thinner and I just generally look unhealthy. And at the time, I didn't care, I didn't think about it. But once I was introduced to the products and I was skeptical, I did my research, I had a look into them and I decided to take them. I started straight away with the premium capsules. And within about 10 days, I started to feel a huge difference. I don't know if anyone's been a smoker on the call, but when you're a smoker, you wake up most mornings feeling rough, sounding gruff, and being ready to snap at anyone who just wants to be nice to you. And after a few weeks, I was managing to wake up with a smile on my face, with plenty of energy. I felt my skin getting better and actually getting some color back into it. And you know, just really, really great time. So I ended up getting the shakes just after that, and I joined the 90-day body back program with John Holowati, along with like I think there's like 10,000 people in that group now, and took a few people with me, and we all went on a journey together, and it's fantastic. You know, the habits that you create, the community that you find, the support that you get. Having a shake every single morning, you know you're getting fantastic breakfast. You get the products, and with the capsules, we get in your like safety belt of nutrition, as we call it in the business, and you just feel great throughout the day. And not only did I manage to go on a journey and make myself feel great, but my friends and family who came with me also did the same. We had plenty of people who lost a ton of weight. My mum and my wife have got skin conditions that seem to start to clear up as they change their nutrition, supported by the products, which is the main point. It obviously wasn't the products themselves. They're not magic beans. You know, we're not in a fairy tale. It was all part of this journey that we all went on together. And after a few months, we all felt incredible. We all looked incredible, and we're all still enjoying the products even to this day. So I can't recommend these products highly enough. And the last thing I noticed was, and it took me a few months to realize this as well. I only realized I was doing one of those push-up challenges. And every day when I was filming myself on Facebook, I noticed I had 2 big bald patches on the top of my head. And a few months later, it was my wife that noticed and took a picture. And that bald patch had then become one very small bald patch. So essentially new hair growth. Now, obviously, eventually I will be bald because it's hereditary in my family. But the fact that I could get hair growth, thicken up the hair and feel great while doing it was just, you know, it's a no-brainer for me. And it's why I continue on the products every single day. So thank you for listening, and I'll hand back over.
Thank you, Carl. And I just absolutely love so many people start the products for one reason, and then they start feeling all of these other incredible health benefits, which is not necessarily the reason that they started. And I hear that so often. A lot of people, you know, might start on the products because they want to lose a few pounds or they want to boost their energy. And then a lot of, you know, we're not allowed to make any medical claims, rightly so, but then a lot of other conditions that they suffer with, they see a really good improvement just from flooding their body with such great nutrition every day. So thank you very much for sharing. And we're now going to go back to Howard, who's going to tell us his product story.
I kind of sort of touched on that a little bit earlier, but as I said, I came across Juice Plus many years ago. The timing wasn't, you know, quite right for me from the product and the business point of view, though it did make sense. So when an old friend of mine got in touch with me at the end of 2013, the timing was much more appropriate. As I said, I was doing a lot of cycling back then, and I knew that the quality of the nutrition within Juice Plus would underpin the training that I was going to have to do for a big event that I had the following July. I know it wasn't the Tour de France, sadly, but it was fairly sort of tough, and I knew that I was going to have to train hard, and the nutrition would be very helpful. That said, you know, you reach an age whereby you become more aware of your own mortality. And we all know that fruits and vegetables are very good and important for us. So I wanted these key phytonutrients fighting in my corner for me. And it just made sense for a minimal investment, and I don't know, you can't really call it an investment in your own health. There is no more important thing. So I just found, whilst I was fairly consistent in the way I ate, I had good days and bad days in terms of diet. With Juice Plus, it filled in the gaps, as I alluded to earlier, and just ensures nutritionally you have a good day every day. And since then I've had 2 bugs, whereas most winters I'd have what was going around I'd pick up. So my immune system, I'd like to think, was in pretty good order. My other half, she used to have IBS really badly. That cleared up within 2 to 3 months. And as Sara said, we can't make medical claims. We can only relate our own experiences. These are things that, again, as I get a little bit older, I just want that safety belt there helping me out. And as such, there'll be things that I just take forever.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, Howard. And I think as well, it's so true. So many people, you think that you've got a reasonably good diet, or you like to think that you have, and you think you get a good load of nutrition. And then when you actually look into it, you maybe don't get as much as you should do. I used to think that I was reasonably healthy and that I ate pretty well. And then when I started looking into it and using our products, I don't think I was that healthy. But luckily, like you said, we have our capsules that can bridge the gap for anyone really simply in a matter of minutes, just giving us the right nutrition every single day. So thank you very much, Howard. And now I'm very, very, very excited to welcome our lovely Louise, especially as I literally messaged her about 5 minutes ago whilst the call was on and said, can you speak? So round of applause. Thank you very much, Louise. She's got an incredible product story. I'm so excited. Just need to unmute yourself, Louise.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so I started using the product, I think it was November 2016, and I had diabetes, I had underactive thyroid problems, I was always getting like chest infections, so I went straight to the best package, and I got the capsules, the shakes and the boosters. And then I started my weight loss. In my first week, I lost 1 stone, 3 pounds. So that gave me a massive boost to continue with the products. I continued, and in total, I lost 8 stone, 9 pounds up to November 2020. And then since, I've lost another 21 pounds, something like that, in the last month. But back in November 2020, if not before, I'd obviously been having regular checkups for my thyroid and my diabetes, and my thyroid had leveled out for the first time in years, and I became diabetic free, which was a massive achievement. And it is down to the product and, like your mindset and everything. So I then went a bit quiet, but I'm back this last month. I'm ready to smash it. I just love the products. They've done so much for me and so much for my clients. And I'm really excited for what's to come. I just would like to lose another 2 stone, maybe a little more, but I will always use the products because they're my life now and they've helped me so much.
Yay! I literally smiled the whole way through that. I'm so proud of you. You are amazing, Louise. Thank you so much. What a story. What a journey. And I absolutely love you. I love your energy. I love your excitement. I love your passion for the product. And, that's totally overhauling your health, over 9 stone loss, diabetic free. That really is the total body transformation. Huge congratulations, Louise. Thank you so much. So what incredible stories you've had tonight on the products, and we're now going to obviously attach to the products. There's an amazing business opportunity, and if you are using the products, it does make perfect sense because you're going to naturally want to share them with everybody. As you hear from everybody, you're going to love them so much. Everybody's just going to all of a sudden say, what are you doing? What are you using? What are you taking? So that's inevitably going to lead you onto our business opportunity, and we've got the lovely Cole who's going to tell you a bit about that.
Hi again, everyone. Yeah, as Sara rightly said, we have an amazing business opportunity and it's supported by a 50-year-old global company. But I started the business around the same time as I found the products. And it was literally because of the fact I went a couple of weeks in using the premium capsules, felt great. And as Sara just said, I started telling people about it. I'm not going to lie, my first customer was my mum and my second customer was my wife. Should have been the other way around, but it doesn't matter. I was sharing my products with my wife at the time, so that's why we added the wife on afterwards. But essentially what happens is exactly that. You just enjoy your journey and then you get the opportunity to build a business on the side in your spare time, in as much time as you're willing to commit, that can grow and grow and grow. And I'm just going to quickly go over, first of all, how you earn money with the business, and second of all, how it can grow exponentially over a period of time, whether that's a short period of time or a long period of time, however long you decide to stay with the business. But it just keeps going, keeps growing, just like the Juice Plus company around the world. So you can earn money in 4 different ways. First of all, you have an e-commerce store. So the company deals with everything for you on that side. So you've got retail commission from the e-commerce store where the products get drop shipped to your customers. You literally just send your customers to your own website that's built for you with your own office and all the digital assets that surround that. You can then build a team, which is scaling your business. So normally you would need to hire people, train them, all the fun that comes along with that in a normal business. But with this, you would just build a team naturally, as we'll go into in just a second. There is clubs and there is your network, and your extended network through your team is through your customers. So let's start with retail. So you get your own website, and immediately as soon as you join the business, you get 10% retail profit on everything that you sell. It slowly builds its way up to 20% when you reach a position called sales coordinator, which I think at the beginning of the call we were talking about is a double bubble on promotions and things this month. So anyway, we'll talk about bonuses and promotions towards the end of this little presentation. But 10 to 20% retail commission. What does that look like? If you get 2 customers a month, well, that's £2,500 a year. If you get 4 customers a month, that's £5,000 a year. And as we just, those numbers come up on the screen there, just think what you would do with an extra £2,500 to £10,000 a year. How could that change your life? And in reality, the beauty of this retail business, someone orders from a website, the products get delivered directly to the house. You get supported, and the customer gets supported by the company for you, and you get paid for the lifetime of that customer. Now, we mentioned the Healthy Starts for Families program. We've mentioned various people on this call who have been on the products way longer than I have. Imagine the person that introduced them to this business and sent them to their website. They've been getting paid on that person for 4 years, 7 years, 10 years, 20 years. You can literally get paid for a lifetime. And that is one of the reasons I love the retail side of the business. It's an Amazon style business. It just keeps giving and growing. The second way in which you can earn money is by building a team. Now this is like scaling your business, as I mentioned. So you've got your customers, you're bringing in 2 a month, for example, or 4 a month, or however many, you've got to 24 customers. And now some of those customers or friends, family have turned around to you and said, well, hey, whoa, you're earning money from this. I'm feeling great. I also want to earn money. So how do I do that? Well, you introduce them to the business. They sign up through the same website. They get their own office, their own digital assets, their own support, and you grow the business together. So let's say 3 people join your team. They get 24 customers just like you did, which is, again, natural. You're sharing your product journey, you're sharing your story, you're supported by the company, you're earning an extra £800 a month because you're getting a referral commission from every single one of your teammates, and that just grows. Just think about it for a second. Everyone on this call has had a job before, and I'm pretty sure they do a refer a friend scheme where if you bring in somebody to work for the company, you get a one-off payment of like 75 quid, or, you know, if it's a senior director or something, you might get $1,000 for one company I used to work for, an American company. And this company is going to pay you every single month for some of the sales, so a percentage of the sales that your team makes. And if you get up to 12 team members, you're earning an extra £2,500 a month. But all you're doing is still just making your 2 customers a month or 4 customers a month or whatever you normally do. And then everyone else in your team's doing it. And it all just adds up and you're getting an extra 2.5 Gs a month, which is a nice wad. I mean, that'd pay off a couple of credit cards. I'm sure it might even take the family on a holiday now that the green list has got a little bigger. Where would you like to go in the sun? Where would you spend £2,500? I can think of a couple of islands that have come available right now that I'd love to go to. So your team's grown. You've got 12 people in the team and yourself. But it doesn't stop there, because this business just grows. Naturally grows and grows and grows and grows. So let's say you find 3 people and they find 3 and then they find 3 and so on and so forth. And very, very quickly, as you can see, within just 6 tiers, you've amassed 360 people that are all paying a percentage to you and your business. Now, if they're just all ordering their products like we all do with our capsules and our shakes, and trust me, as you begin to love the products more, you'll fill in different gaps in your life with the different products, whether it's a morning coffee as a lift, whether your breakfast is a shake, whether you're having your capsules and whatever it may be. But if we're all just ordering our products of around £100 a month, then you're earning an extra £1,000 a month just from that. I think I'm just waiting for it to pop up my screen. I can't quite see it yet. I'm just trying to go from memory here. Yes, £1,000 a month, an extra grand a month just from product orders. But imagine all of those people are going to have a great journey, want to join the business. And if they do join the business, well, now we're talking silly money. Now we're talking silly money. They've all joined the business. They've all found themselves 2 customers a month until they've got to 24 customers. And now you are earning £13,500 a month. Could you possibly earn that in your current position? Could you possibly earn that in your current company? If so, how long would it take to get promoted and promoted and promoted to the point in your current job for you to earn 13,500? Because that puts you in the top 15% of earners in the entire country. But it doesn't stop there. This is the beauty of the business. It's a business that just keeps giving. It grows and grows and grows. Let's say you end up with 4,000 people nearly in your downline, in your network, in the people who you know, the people you've introduced know, and the people they've introduced know. Well, now you're getting paid on every single one of them. You're earning nearly 12 grand a month. 12 grand a month just from product orders. But it doesn't stop there. It keeps going. Like, let's say they all join your business. Let's say you get that many people who join your business. And trust me, there are people in this company who have this many people in their downline and are doing millions in sales in a month. And it all started with them enjoying some products and talking to some people about it. Well, you could get to the point where you could potentially be earning £146,000 a month. Now, I live in a small town in Scotland at the moment. I could buy a house for that. And that's a month for some people in this business. That's 1.7 million a year. This business has, and will continue to make people millionaires. There are people in this business that have earned that. Do you want to be one of those people? Well, it all starts with just one thing, and it's just saying yes to the person who invited you onto this call. And for all this, all the business support, all the digital assets that you get, all the programs that you provide, and the fantastic journey that you go on with your products, it's just a one small time fee to start of £50. Now, you can't go to a web developer and get a website for less than, a few hundred, even maybe 1,500. A friend of mine, I think she's even on this call, recently paid, close to £1,500 for a website. We're doing it for 50 quid and we're giving you all this opportunity. But it doesn't just stop at this opportunity. As we mentioned before, there are bonuses, there are promotions, there's, a full structure behind it, because we're a global company who are here to support you, and we'll give you nearly £120,000 in bonuses as you make your way up through the positions, one by one, step by step, however long it takes. You can earn up to £120,000 in bonuses on top of all that other beautiful stuff. And you're probably thinking, Carl, you're talking numbers, you're talking money, you're talking all this. I don't have a clue how to do any of this. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. Richard Branson probably didn't either. And he said, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, just say yeah and figure it out as you go. It's what I'm doing. It's what everyone on this call is doing and has done and will continue to do until, guess what? We hit our goals. And this company can help us hit our goals, whether it be financial, health, wealth, travel, whatever it may be. The sky's the limit. Thank you for listening. And now I think we're going to hear some business stories from other people, but I'll hand you back to Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carl. Absolutely amazing. And I am just going to share with you a little bit about my business story. So I have been with the Juice Plus company for over 5 years now. It's been an amazing journey, but I just feel like we are honestly just getting started. So I originally started, I was originally studying accountancy a few years before that because of some family issues. I had to stop working. So all of a sudden, I'd always wanted my own career or my own business. I was always very ambitious. And then once you have children, when you're a mum, sometimes that becomes a little bit impossible, doesn't it? Your children always take top priority, of course. So my career took a little bit of a back seat for a while, and I suffered with some of my own health conditions as well. Having said that, a few years later, I was at home. I was miserable. I was unhealthy, just overeating and, just doing all of the wrong things, and terribly, terribly bored as well. So when I came across Juice Plus online, it straight away made perfect sense to me. The fact that I could do it from home, I could do it around the children, I could improve my health, and also the opportunity to start a business for £50. As I said, I'd always wanted to have my own business, be my own boss. Don't think I could go back to working for someone else now after 5 years, being told, what time you need to start at or finish at, or when you can have lunch, or booking holidays year in advance. I suppose you just sort of take all of those things for granted now that I don't have to. But I said yes after 8 months because I was just a massive skeptic. I thought it sounded too good to be true. Who's seen one of those posts online that just sort of says, do you want to make some money online from social media? And of course, who wouldn't think, that sounds a little bit too good to be true? So I certainly did. And I also had no confidence whatsoever. So it took me 8 months to say yes, but I did eventually say yes to the business and the products on the same day. And I always recommend to people, obviously people do things differently or in different ways, but I always recommend to people to start the business and the products together, even though I know that sounds really scary, because a lot of people say, I want to try the products first, I want to try them out myself. But for me personally, I built my business sharing my journey, and that's pretty much what we do. We use the products, we blog our journey, and our business is naturally going to grow from that. So within a year, I matched and overtook my full-time salary, and then for a good few years I was still earning a really great wage. But then last year was a really big one for me. I went full steam ahead with my business, hit 2 promotions in about 4 months, I think it was. Team grew massively. My team hit some incredible promotions as well. And, through lockdown, it was really needed for my family. My partner's income was totally wiped out. So, I think especially now, always, but especially now, it's, really a good idea to make sure that you have a plan B income, because I think if there's one thing that we've all learned over the past year, that, unfortunately, the stable, secure income is not always as stable and secure as we think. So, in my theory, why not spend an hour every day working on that extra income, so that, God forbid, if something does happen, like myself, you have got something to fall back on. And, as a lot of people do, I started because I wanted to earn an extra couple of £100 a month, which was money for me to get my nails done, or to go out with the girls, or out to the cinema. And my next promotion now comes with an almost £15,000 bonus. So a lot of people start for something small, and then your eyes open to what an incredible business opportunity this actually is. So I'm going to hand over to James.
Yeah, hi everyone. So my story is a little bit different because I started a lot longer ago. So I started, or I first saw this a long time ago in 1987 when I was living in Dallas, Texas, and a friend of mine invited me to come along and have a look. And I was open-minded, but I went and I thought, I don't know if I can do this. But something really captivated me about it. And I thought, you know what, this is an opportunity for freedom. This is an opportunity to never have to work again. I know this sounds odd, but obviously, you have to work to develop this. But I felt it was a genuine opportunity to create a passive income. And so even though I really wasn't quite sure how on earth I would ever do it, I got started. And one thing led to another. And, within 4 years, I turned an annual salary into a monthly income. So for me, that was absolutely astonishing. But you know, my accountant said to me once, he said to me, James, you'd make more money every day if you never got out of bed. Now, well, that's a bit of an insult because it implies that I'm wasting a lot of money, but it was an extraordinary thing for him to say as an accountant. He is the most, you know, skeptical person about finances you can imagine. But there we go. He's a big fan of Juice Plus, and it's been a tremendous success for me. But I'm now really even more excited than I've ever been before because of the way the company's going, new developments of the new countries opening up, a new website, which is just developing, massive investment that we've had from California, from the management, private equity people. And then, of course, we've got the new products with the Tower Garden. So I just cannot believe that all these years later, I'm flat out excited with it. 33 years later, and long may it continue. It's a lifetime romance, basically, with this company.
Oh, thank you so much, James. And it's so true. I just feel this massive excitement and energy and buzz at the moment. And the company just seems to be doing more and more every single month, new incentives, new countries, new products. So it's, you know, honestly, so exciting. So without further ado, we have got a very, very, very special guest speaker this evening, the gorgeous Hayley Phillips, National Marketing Director. And we are so grateful to welcome you to the call tonight.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm super good, thank you. I absolutely love listening to this call. It's so good.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Some lovely speakers this evening. So Hayley, if you wouldn't mind just telling us a little bit about your Juice Plus story, you know, your background, why you started, and maybe what Juice Plus has done for you so far.
Yeah, of course, sure. So I mean, you've just over 5 years, you said you've been in the business, and for myself, it's 7.5 years. I don't even know where that time's gone. Where's that time gone? January 2014. So how did I kind of hear about it? Well, firstly, my background's in health and fitness. I was a personal trainer in what we call Civvy Street, and then I moved over into the Air Force as a physical training instructor. So, I mean, health and fitness has always been a big part of my life, not because it was a job, but a passion. Always been like really passionate about this side of things, you know, nutrition as well, especially. And I'm not going to lie, when I first saw this bouncing around on my newsfeed in August 2013, I wasn't so impressed with it, purely because I didn't know what it was. I genuinely didn't give it time of day. I was that arrogant PT, like, nah, don't need that, you know, that was me. And I'm happy to hold my hands up and admit that. And I'm quite proud of myself as a PT for actually looking into it a bit further, if I'm honest. I guess I just saw it over and over from August throughout the rest of the year. And the more and more I saw, I just thought there's something about this that I need to have a little look at. It was a fellow PT friend of mine that was, you know, shouting about it all over his social media. And I just thought, you know what? I need to ask about this. I'd seen one too many skin transformations, and you may well have seen my skin photos on social media. Like, my skin was so bad for 18 months. It just came from nowhere. And no doctor, dermatologist. I mean, I went NHS and paid private. You know, I think I paid for a 30-minute consultation the same amount as our premium capsules cost. I didn't get anything from that consultation either. Like, he told me nothing that I hadn't been told already. Nothing I was given fixed. And I guess I just saw one too many skin transformations. I spoke to my friend on the phone. He was like, listen, let me call you because I can explain it much better. After 30 minutes on the phone, I was just like, how did I not understand this is what Juice Plus was? I mean, how it explained the products so well at the start there, like just real whole food nutrition. I want them all. I was pregnant at the time of my first baby as well. And I thought, I genuinely didn't think it would fix my face, but I thought if nothing else, it's going to flood my body with unbelievable goodness for my first ever baby. I was like, I need this. I was shattered, you know, and getting ill all the time. And so, yeah. But before I even got off that phone, even though in my head I was sold, I was buying it all, Scott said to me, you know, you could put your name to this company if you want. Like, you could help spread the word. You use social media anyway. I mean, I was on it. I didn't use it. I wasn't really a poster, but I was a good old scroller, right? That's what we all start as. And I just thought, you know what? Yeah, why not? He told me it was £50 to join. I asked him a few questions about it, but when he told me I was going to earn that £50 back within my own order anyway, like, was an absolute no-brainer to me. It was a no-brainer. I thought, I'm just going to talk about it. I didn't know how, like everyone and anyone starting this, I had no idea how. I didn't start because we were in debt or anything like that, but who doesn't want more money? Like, I just saw what he was doing. He was earning, 4 times his RAF salary in the nooks and crannies of his day, around his job, around parenting. And I just thought, there's got to be something in this. I'm not necessarily a materialistic person, but it's okay to want more money. It's okay to want more. And the fact that it could fit in around work, I was full-time in career, I was studying a degree as well, and pregnant with our first baby, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. I am a pretty much all or nothing kind of girl, to be fair. And I just thought to myself, if Scott can do it, no disrespect, I can do it too. And that's what I love about this. I remember I then, a few days after I joined, there happened to be a regional event where, when we used to be able to meet up and all that. And I went down to it. It was in Reading. I called it, I was, like I said, I was pregnant. So I just told work I had a maternity appointment, and I went on the Friday and I walked into the room, and I don't know, I expected it just to be a room full of PTs. Purely because myself and Scott were blown away by the fact that it really opened my eyes that this business is for everybody. And in fact, PTs were in the minority in this business. It is not about that. I just saw people of different ages, different backgrounds. And that's when my mind just was like, oh, wow, this is actually huge. I mean, the business has been explained so well already anyway. And just from the people you've heard speaking already, anyone can do this. 18 months in, I was earning double my full-time career, my full-time income. And I walked away from my career job. I didn't join this to walk away from my career job. I didn't. I joined this for some extra money. I wanted an extra $500 a month, which is a lot of money on top of your salary. But I just loved it. I saw the bigger picture, and I just thought, you know what, I can see myself doing this, and I can honestly say 7.5 years after starting, we wouldn't have our third baby if I wasn't doing this, because I was paying £1,000 a month just for one baby. Then we went on to have Wendy, and do you know what, I hit national marketing director when I was pregnant with Wendy, and 2 days after giving birth, literally the biggest paycheck of my business so far, £11,000 in just 1 month, 2 days after I gave birth. Can you even imagine the elation? It was just so good. I just can't recommend to anyone enough, just don't overthink this business. Don't overthink this, because it can fit in. I've worked this business whilst being full-time and studying, pregnant. I've worked this business through maternity leave. I've worked this business through a full-time working mum. I've now worked this business around 3 children, which is, I have less time now than I did when I went to work, honestly. And if you want something, you'll find a way. It just fits in. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. I just couldn't imagine doing anything else. No one knows they're going to be any good at this. Seriously, if you're watching this and you're thinking about it, no one knows they're going to be any good at this. Just know that, wow, Carl explained that power of numbers there. You don't need to know lots of people. You just need to be willing to go out there and share this with as many as you can, and then they will share it too. That's pretty much my story in a nutshell, and off on a little bit of a tangent.
Oh, Hayley, I love that. I love your page. I love your energy. I love your enthusiasm. I could honestly just listen to you all day, and listening to your story just makes me want to start all over again. Sign me up. Firstly, very random, but I love the name Wendy. That's such a lovely name. And I absolutely love that you said, you built this business while studying, working full time, and being pregnant. If there's ever anyone that says I don't have the time, or where will I fit it in, you've done that and matched your, did you say doubled your full-time salary within 18
whilst
months?
doing all that.
Absolutely amazing, incredible. So obviously you've had huge success, massive paychecks just after giving birth, so absolutely incredible. What would you say are your top tips for success?
The top tips, I was thinking about this earlier, and do you know what, they're all basic, and they're all super basic, because I can't stress enough, don't overthink this. This is not, you don't need to have experience in business or be a certain person with a certain background. You just need to, number one, just know why you're thinking about joining this right now. If you're watching this thinking about joining, what is it that excites you? For me, that extra £500 a month would have, we wanted to have more holidays, we didn't have children, obviously we were growing a child at that point, but we wanted to just do a bit more, have a bit more. And no matter what your reason is for joining, it's valid and it's yours. Own that, and just always keep that in your mind. So I just think every single day, obviously my reasons why I'm doing this have changed since being part of the business, and I just think about them every single day. Like, so knowing why you want to do this, because if you don't really have a reason, you think, oh, I'll have a little dabble at that, you probably won't try very hard. You know, it'd be a waste. It would be a waste, you know. So have a little think, like, what would it mean to you to do this? To either, you know, an extra £500 a month, that's an extra, you know, that's a good £6,000 a year. That's a lot extra in itself. So what would that mean to you? And then just keep that in mind. So know why you would want to do this, definitely. Secondly, have massive fun. Like, because we are all, most people, I probably go as far as to say like 90%, maybe even more of people that join this are already working. I have other stuff going. No one sat there twiddling their thumbs waiting for the Juice Plus company business to come along. You know, we're all busy anyway, so we have to have fun with it. It's an additional thing into our lives. Have fun with it. And you know, it's easy to do because it's easy to get addicted to getting your own health results. Like, wow, who was it? Louise, just like, wow, right? It's easy to be addicted to getting your own health results, and also, you know, get addicted to helping others. When you see other people, like, I mean, when you've heard these product stories already, like, how good does it feel to hear other people's product stories? So, and also just get excited about sharing all that with others. So having fun, keeping it basic, and just enjoying the process is definitely number 2. Number 3, believe in yourself. Like, just believe in yourself. So not enough people do, and it's really, really sad, but please do. And I hope, just like I was saying, that first event I went to and I saw different people from all different backgrounds, I thought, wow, yes, I can do this, because anyone can do this. And I hope by watching this, you can see, like, wow, all those people, every single one of us that have spoken, totally different people, totally different backgrounds, totally different ages, upbringings, whatever. But we just said yes, and you know what, had a little bit of belief in ourselves. Then over time, we allowed that belief to grow. We allowed that. So allow your belief to grow. Seriously, believe in yourself. Number 4, commit. I've brushed across the process already. Just, you know, commit to that little reason why you want to join. Commit to that. You know, everyone's busy. We're all so super busy, but I promise you, like, in an hour a day, an hour of productive a day, you can transform your income. You absolutely can. This opportunity is once in a lifetime. Like, it is just second to none. And all of these, well, like Sara was explaining at the start, that bomb that was dropped this afternoon, sorry, about the new incentives. Like, I don't think in the last month or so I've ever said, they've never done this before. I just find myself keep saying it. They've never, shake trials, they've never done this before. Free franchises, they've never done this before. Now they're doing all these incentives, they've never done this before. I keep saying it. Do you know what? The company, I mean, right from the very start, I was told this is a company with a heart, and it truly is. They just want it, after this crazy year like we've all had around the world, they just can't stop giving to us. They can't stop giving back to us and our customers. It's just incredible. So yeah, commit, because this is awesome, and you will get great, you'll just reach whatever you want out of this. And number 5, link in with the team, link in with not just necessarily the person you join with, but the rest of your team and wider. You know, we're all on different teams within the Juice Plus company, but it's a whole team winning, right? That is the motto. And you know, you're joining this for yourself, but you're never ever by yourself. I love that little saying, and it's just so true. So true. So just link in with the wider team, and enjoy every step of the way. They're my 5 tips.
Amazing and incredible top tips as well. Thank you, Hayley. So just to sort of finish up, obviously you've had this incredible success with Juice Plus, been with the company for 7 years, obviously so passionate, you know, about the products, about the business, about helping others. What's your vision for the future with Juice Plus? My personal one?
Yeah. Literally, this is me 100%. Like, I don't have, like, there's not this, I will never not be with the Juice Plus company. I would never not take the product, you know, every single day of my children. I am proudly giving those to them. So why would I not proudly stay with the company? I just don't know I don't know any other opportunity that allows me to do what this company that can do. Again, back to Carl showed the numbers there. That excites me. Like I said, I'm not money orientated, but come on now, who doesn't want to pay off their mortgage? So I just see, like, this is the forever. My husband's already said, I can't wait to be a house husband, and I'm all for that. You take the 3 kids because they're killing me. No, I'm joking. No, seriously, I just want to, this is forever. I don't think I've ever been so committed to a job. This is not a job, but you know what? a career. So yeah, a profession. I'm all in 100%. Yeah, no blinkers on.
Love it, love it. And I love that you said that your husband said that, because my partner said the same thing. He was like, I'd gladly do that. And I think, oh, you don't know. You don't know what you're letting yourself in. So yeah, let's get there and then we can go and they can stay. No, I'm joking.
Absolutely.
Hayley, you have been absolutely incredible. Thanks so much for giving up your time this evening. I know you must be super, super busy with the kids and everything else, but we really appreciate it, and you was absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining the call this evening. Thank you to all of our amazing speakers. We really appreciate you. And if you join for the first time this evening, we hope to welcome you to our Juice Plus family. And you can just pop whoever invited you on the call a message and they will get you signed up or answer your questions. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Good night. Thank you. Bye.
Good night. Take care.